Hey, it's Zadie. Welcome to Flytte Kartina, and we're going to be talking about The Oasis and Ready Player One. This film came out recently, and I just saw it like on Wednesday, so you can see why my video is a day late, so sorry about that. This video is basically using my explanatory power and explaining the rating of the film, and you can gauge whether you want to go see it or not, but I definitely think that like people in their 20s and up should go see it, definitely, because they would get the most out of it. There's my opinion. Now let's get on to yours. This rating is chock full of a bunch of different stuff. The MPAA rated this film PG-13 for sequences of sci-fi action and violence, no surprise there, bloody images, some suggestive material, and some partial nudity and language. If any of you guys have ever played a video game or watched a sci-fi movie, you will know what this sci-fi action violence is. And yeah, there's no blood. I don't remember a lot of blood except for this one scene where there was literally a river of blood. But the sci-fi action and violence is basically self-explanatory. If you see in the trailers, like, there's fighting. There's a big, huge battle. It's like a war going on, but there's no blood. There's just like, instead of blood, they like just explode and stuff. Have you played a video game before? Just stuff explodes. It's like when you're playing a Lego video game and your character just kind of explodes into the pieces that it has, and then the coins, you know, the studs, just drop. That's kind of what happens. Now on to the bloody images part. I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but sometimes I just can't. But the bloody images is very bloody. Like, I would not take a very small child to go and see this. There's a horror movie, a very specific horror movie that is reenacted, and like I said with the river of blood, there is a literal river of blood. Like, they open a door and out comes like, you know, liquid, and it's like whoosh, and then they're getting swept away, and you realize halfway through, oh yes, that is blood. That is definitely blood. That was the only blood that was actually ever shown in the film ever, I'm pretty sure. For the some suggestive material, I'm just assuming this means like the kissing scenes. So there are a couple of kissing scenes in there. There's also a dance scene that gets them very close and very personal. You've seen it in the trailer. She's like running her hands across his shoulders and stuff, and it's like, yeah. I'm like, you're a teenager. What are you doing with your life? Go to school. Okay, let's go on to the partial nudity, and this is interesting. There is a scene with a woman in a bathroom, and she's in the bathtub and she's naked, but the camera angles are shot in a way so you don't see anything but like her shoulders and then her bare back, and that's pretty much it. That's it. That's why the partial nudity is there, but like the suggestiveness is there, and you can, yeah, it's weird. And now onto the language part, which was probably the strongest part of this review besides the entire blood river thing. There was definitely a lot of language in there, and it was noticeable. Like they enunciated every single syllable of the words, and it was just like, hello, you speak that. Okay, I personally am not comfortable with that kind of language, but I know that it's a thing that happens. There is one use of the F-bomb, and that's the only time that they can ever use it in a PG-13 film. It is not used in a sexual way. It's just like an exclamation of terror. But it's there, and so if you don't want your kids saying that, then probably, you know, be careful with this film. Maybe go pre-screen it. So after everything that I just said, I'm going to pull up the frequency chart up there, and you go down. There we go. So I'm just going to rate the frequency in which these things appeared, and it's going to be rated on a scale of 1 to 10, as you can see. So overall, I would rate it as an 8. So that's how frequent these things were, these elements were. I think a large part of that was the entire blood river thing that I mentioned, so yeah. Lastly, I have my magical scale of movies, which is on a scale of Steamboat Willie to Deadpool. How appropriate is this film for younger audiences? This film is going to be rated more on that side of the scale, and I'm going to rate it a Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is an 8. It's still appropriate for younger-ish audiences, but like, seriously, be careful. That's me. If you know the elements in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, then you will know most of the elements from Ready Player One, and besides the bloodbath thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Are you going to be seeing Ready Player One? If so, I recommend to see it in 3D because I did. Let me know if you're going to see the movie in the comments down below. Have a great random Friday. See you on the other side of the screen. Bye!